with the little trail ride out to like a general area where we get all the kids together. We have a little bonfire going, and then we kind of divide the kids up for who wants to go on the trail ride. We have, like I said, we have super great support from the Hiawatha Sportsman's Club, but we also have members of the club who are also my family members, because my family is pretty deep into all the stuff that I get involved in. Thankfully, they are very willing to help me out. But my uncle takes all the kids that want to go on a trail ride they go on the trail ride to a place we call Cranberry Lodge. And so they go out to the lodge, they hang out for a little bit, and then they come back and we all meet up again at the end. Then we have our group of little riders that stay right in the center part there, and they ride around. And if anybody gets cold, the museum's not far away, so they can go get warmed up.
Yep. And
then we have our backcountry kids that go play. We have a sand pit that they can play in, and we have an airport. It's like we have just the landing strip, and it's so we get that. We have that whole area, which is wide open and super fun for them to play in. And then we all come back at night or at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And my dad gets the old sleds out, namely the Husky, which is a fan favorite. And I'm sure you guys got a story about that.
Yeah. Tell me about it, Brian, from your point of view. What happens when the Husky comes out?
Make sure your kid's got a helmet on.
Yeah.
That's the start of it, which is the funny story. The first time he did this, we're like, yeah, sure, get on there with him. He's 76 years old. What's the worst that can happen? Well, yeah, we didn't really realize that. But so he gets on. He's got 3 other kids on this Husky, and if you don't know what those are, they got the ski in the front, you steer it, and you're sitting on the back. So there's 4 of them back there, and they're in some sort of race. I don't know who they're racing, but they tip it over in the corner. All 4 of them go flying off. He's yelling, "Get back on! We're losing the race. Get back on!" And it's just he has as much fun as the kids. It's awesome. It's so awesome to see. Just how much fun he has with these kids and showing them the old sleds and just everything. It's so great.
That's awesome.
Best part, his grandson's there the whole time. That's Owen.
Yep.
So it's cool. It's cool to see.
Well, if somebody is watching this now, this show goes nationally, right? And so if somebody's watching this and thinks like, man, I'd love to come and be part of this event and like attend it, have my kids attend it, where can people find the information that they need to find this event? Can they just reach out to one of you guys directly? Do you have a Facebook page for it, a website? Like, what's the best way to reach out to you guys and to learn about this event and all the details?
Michelle?
They can message either Brian or I, but they can also contact the Snowmobile Museum.
Okay.
It's the Top of the Lake Snowmobile Museum. We don't actually have the event on the page yet, but my mom is who they're going to talk to when the phone. Almost 100% of the time, it's my mom. So she's been doing it for about 4 years now. She's getting pretty good at it.
Nice.
But anyways, it's they can just go online and look up the Top of the Lake Snowmobile Museum. Give my mom a call, and she'll take your name and your number, all your information. You can get registered. And thankfully, Brian has supported. So last year, it didn't even cost the kids anything to come because Brian covered the cost of the ride for all the kids that signed up. So with his business, and it's just amazing to have all these really great people involved in helping with this and stuff. And that is our mission also, is to make it affordable for the kids and the families and stuff too. So
that's awesome.
Yes, especially with the kids, you're replacing the gear every year and the sleds. It's just constant.
They outgrow that gear fast.
Just come. Our kid doesn't have a coat. Just come. Somebody will have one to give them. I'm sure. Like, they're here. So
that's awesome.
It's good to see.
Well, in an event like this, it's probably literally going to be impossible to recognize everybody who contributes and is part of it. But let's just kind of give it a shot, and let's give some thank yous to some of the big players in this. And I'm going to apologize in advance because I can't imagine you're going to remember every single one. I guarantee you somehow, some way, you're going to miss somebody. But let's give it a shot. Let's try to see if we can do it. So, Michelle, Brian, who wants to go
first? Give her a
go,
Michelle.
Give her a go.
See what you got.
Give it, oh boy. We have, well, first of all, one of our local grocery stores has given us the food every year to feed the kids.
Nice.
And that's Max Market. They've been super, I just walk in the door and he's like, what do you need? So that's been super great. Oh, we have Race Driven. We have Kazi's Polaris. We have Stevens Sports Center. We have Michigan Sled Chicks. We have the Hooligan Sledders. We have the Munising Power Sports. We have the Hiawatha Sportsman's Club, the Top Lake Snowmobile Museum, the AmRamps. I'm not going to get it right. I can't say it.
AmRamp, that's our company, and we try to make it so it's kind of cost free for the kids to actually do this. It's expensive enough to get up to the UP and to travel nowadays anyway. So
awesome.
we try. MFP, Up North Sports.
Yes.
It's just, like I said, the list just goes on and on. Everybody you ask gives you something. If it comes up, they're like, what do you need? So,
well, when you do good things, people want to jump in and support
it's amazing. Yeah, they're like, how many kids? That's the question. So it's been great. The support we get.
Very good.
Yeah. So. We also have 2B and 509, and so it's been wonderful so far.
Awesome. All right. Well, any other final thoughts or words that we need to squeeze in here before we wrap this big show up tonight?
Brian, do you want to talk about your page? Would be another place to go. You want to?
Yeah, we're just getting a little. We took a run off the Colorado Snowmobile family and just gave somebody these people a place to post with the Michigan Snowmobile family.
Okay.
So just basically stole it right from them. But it works so well, and nobody ever knows where to go. You post on half these pages, nobody's willing to tell you anything because everything's a secret. Let alone where to ride with your family, because they just stay off the trails with your kids, but stay out of the bars. Whatever, we can go there. But it's there's a place to ride. There's a time and a place for it, and knowing other families gives you a safe environment to ride in with other people at a right time, and teach the kids to stay out of trouble, and when we stay off the trails and why we stay off certain areas of the trail and get off, just teach them the right thing to do so they're not in the way, because none of us are trail riders, but we use the trail to get everywhere. So I think that's a big aspect too, is teaching these kids get off the trail and out of the way. You're doing 25 miles an hour. That's not what a lot of these guys are doing on the trail. So safety, big aspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goes back to the Hiawatha Club, which is why we do our ride there. Is we can take the kids in 120s out there, and it's all private. So
yeah, no, that's absolutely cool. So
yeah,
all right. Well, I think we've told an amazing story here tonight. And Michelle, you look like you got something else to say, but I know that this could go on all night. Brian, you and I know Michelle, right? Like we could sit here all night long, and she could be like, "Oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing. Oh, wait, one more, maybe two more. One more thing, Michelle."
Well, I told her son, I told Owen, I said, we need to start putting a tracker on her, like a beacon on her, so we can find her when we go to Heydays and like events like that. Because every time you turn around, she's off talking to somebody else. And
yeah, you just got to look for the burning, fiery footsteps, because she's walking so fast around that place. There's like fire coming out behind her feet.
But that's the great part, because on the way home from Heydays, I just say, "Hey, I got an idea. You call some people and see what you can make happen." And that's where she comes in.
She makes the magic.
So yeah.
And it's also, we talk about a lot about the kids, but it's a family event. This is about these kids making this is the next generation of snowmobile families. We want these kids to have their buddy system. We want these kids to be able to have fun and have other kids that can call and say, "Hey, let's go riding on Saturday."
Yep.
All of that stuff. This is, because just like we do with our friends, and we think that was just really super important to start building that with this generation. It's our next generation of they are the future of snowmobiling.
Absolutely.
Without us getting these kids away from video games and all this other stuff, we have to get them to love the reason why we love it, you know? So,
well, don't get me wrong. They all play the video games on the way the whole time, and it's on the way up there and back.
Well, the way I look at it is video games is actually good for the sport because it helps.
That's what I try to say.
The more you buy Xbox video games, the more money I make personally, and then I can reinvest my money back into the sport of snowboarding.
Right.
So it really does come full circle when you buy Xbox specifically, just saying. So.
But we want them to love both.
Okay, I'll give you that. So we have a special request here from Christopher Lawrence, who I'm assuming is a name you guys know, right? Do you know Christopher Lawrence?
Yeah.
Okay, so Christopher Lawrence says, give Anna a shout out so that she comes up in January. Does Anna need some encouragement, do you guys think?
Sounds like she might.
Let's go. Hey, Sunshine's going to be there with us too. So Sunshine will take care of it. Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to be hanging out with girls. I'm going to be personally hanging out with Kyle P. Franklin down in Lake Tahoe. I'll be going down and riding with him in Lake Tahoe that particular weekend. It's Martin Luther King weekend, and we've got about 15, 16 people from Washington traveling down to the Lake Tahoe, Truckee area to go snowmobiling down in that area. So we'll do a little we'll do a little shout out to you guys maybe that weekend from Truckee that Sunday night.
All right.
Maybe we can check in with you guys. That'd be a great way to kind of do it.
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll give you a shout out with the 20 kids at the bonfire.
That would be cool.
Our chaos.
Get your phone live. So awesome.
Yeah, like I told you before, you think keeping track of your drunk buddy's hard at the end of the night. Keep track of these little kids.
Nice. All right, guys.
There is one other thing I want people to know, and that's they don't have to have a snowmobile because my dad has lots of them.
Lots of snowmobiles.
Yeah, we do.
So you guys got riding gear, you got snowmobiles.
We can figure it out. Yes, if somebody wants to come try it, we will make it happen.
Awesome.
So reach out. We can usually make something happen.
Very good. Well,
hopefully,
you guys are amazing people, the two of you, doing amazing things, and you're surrounded by lots of other amazing people in the background that I know that aren't on camera today, but there's a ton of people that are all behind this effort, and you got a lot of people cheering you on as well. And so all I can do is wrap up the show with the thing I say in every show, which is God bless you guys and the audience that's watching tonight, and don't forget to live large, which, by the way, Brian, I don't know, do you know what live large is yet? Let me just tell you right now. Are you ready for it?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Live life to the fullest. Make the most of every day, like all the days, not just the good ones or the bad ones, but all of them, okay? And make a difference to others. That's what live large means, and I think we've accomplished that here tonight. What do you think?
That's what we try to do. That's what we try to teach the kids to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, well, you two hang on for just a second. We're going to wrap the show up, and I'll chat with you on the other side. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.